couple of weeks ago, I got an email from a company called Donner if I was interested in picking out a few of their pedals and demo on my YouTube channel. So I'd never heard of this brand before, so I checked out the website and said, okay, it's cool to get stuff in the mail, so I'll do that. But I'm not going to commit to like promoting it. I'm going to give an honest opinion on the products. So now I have gotten 4 pedals. The Wave, that's a delay pedal, and the Blues Drive, which is an overdrive pedal, Dynamic Wah, and Triple Looper. So the Blues Drive is supposed to be like a Tube Screamer type pedal. So I'm gonna A/B test that with the original Ibanez Tube Screamer. Wave is, I have not been able to figure out if this actually is an analog delay or a digital delay, trying to sound like an analog. But as far as I can tell, it's an analog delay. But we'll see. It has a max time of 300 milliseconds, so that would suggest it's an analog delay. So I'll test that against the Ibanez original, the mini version of the original circuit from Ibanez analog delay. Dynamic Wah, I'm not going to test that against anything. That's not, that's like a kind of a fun effect to have. I don't have that on my pedal board right now. Of course I have it in, in multi-effects units and stuff like that, but it's a nice little thing to... It's not something that's supposed to sound like really, good. It's just... yeah, it gives your dynamics. It just gives you something else to play with. So I'll see how that sounds. And of course the looper, if the looped signal sounds like the original, that's good, I suppose. So yeah, let's do that. I'll hook that up. First impression, I have not tried these yet, but first impression seems pretty good. They seem to be solidly built, metal chassis, and then buttons and everything looks looks good. Yeah, so we'll start with the Blues Driver. So my drive signal is through my Magneton Varsity amplifier, and that's set up so it's overdriving when I'm pushing it. When I take down the volume, it's not. We'll try both, but a pedal like the Tube Screamers, that's supposed to go into an amp that's, push an amp that's already overdriving a little bit. So this Blues Drive, it has a button knob that goes between warm and hot. As far as I read in the manual, the warm one is like the original Tube Screamer circuit, and the hot one, I'm not sure if it's hard clipping or soft clipping. The Blues Drive is a soft clipping pedal, so we'll see how that sounds. Let's try to set everything in neutral, and then yeah, everything at 12 o'clock. Let's do the Blues Drive first. Donner first. Off. Neck pickup. This is all humbucking pickup. Alright, let's compare it to the Tube Screamer. And bridge. Tube Screamer, and now Donner. Tube screamer. Okay. They're not the same, but of course they sound similar. Tube screamer. Alright, let's do the neck. Yeah, you know, it's similar. Let's see what the hot knob will do. So this is the normal, this is the hot. I don't know about that. Sounds more kind of like a fuzz. Alright, that's not my kind of thing at all. But, you know, maybe somebody liked that. But overall... Let's do an AB again. Tube screamer. Donner. Seems to me like there's a little bit more low end in the tube screamer, maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit softer. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the Donner pedals are really affordable. I don't know what the price is between the two. So if it's a lot cheaper, maybe choose the Donner. But I think you know, I don't know. The difference is small. Alright, so that's how they sound. Let's move on to the delay. So, we have, again, a knob on this pedal that goes from warm to digital. So I'm curious, how do you get an analog delay to sound digital? We'll see. Let's start with, let's try to listen to the difference between the warm and the digital. And the digital. Warm. Let's see how the Ibanez sounds. Donner. Well, something is happening with my signal, my dry signal, when I turn it on. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. It seems like the drive signal is getting kind of brighter and thinner. See if that happens with the Ibanez. It is actually. The blend is set all the way to 0, so it's just the drive signal passing through. This is the Ibanez. Okay, so I guess that's how these pedals work then. Let's listen to the delay again. So that's the Donner. And Ibanez. Donner. Ibanez. Yeah, the delay sounds really similar. So, you know, that sounds good. With the digital... you know, I'm not really an expert in electronics, but I remember reading someplace that the reason that the old analog delays are so dark is that they filter away the top end, which is kind of not pleasant. And maybe that's what's happening here, that this is an analog delay and the so-called digital setting is just leaving in that top end, because it's... If you listen to the analog first and then the digital, the top end of that sounds really what's this word? It's like there's some noise on the top frequency there. So yeah, maybe that's cool for something. Maybe if you want to do like let's see. A little bit of that kind of noise is cool, because if you do that with the regular analog sound, you don't hear it as well. You gotta turn it up really loud to hear it. So with the digital, you know, digital setting, kind of cuts through. So for instances where you want to hear the delay, like stuff like that. Compared to the warm setting. Right now, the level on the delay is on full. This is as loud as it gets, so it's still really kind of muffled, right? So let's try the digital again. Let's try the same thing with Ibanez. Ibanez, and then the digital and Donner. Ibanez. Let's try the warm setting on the Donner. resonance. Donner. It seems like actually the Donner delay is a little bit darker. Donner. Donner digital. Okay, that's how they sound. Let's move on to the touch wah. All right, let's see. Let's try everything at 12 o'clock first. Okay, so this button named res, I guess that's resonance. To me that's a bit too much of that. I'll just turn that off. Range, that's I guess how far from bottom to top we have the bell curve moving. Or not. Okay, so when this is on full, nothing's happening. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just how far down it goes. Let's try a little bit of that resonance after all. All right, so that's how that sounds. Let's take the next one. Okay, so this one has a display and 3 memory locations. Memory 1, 2, and 3. See if I can figure out how this works. And there's a volume for playback. And okay, so when I press it one more time, I can overdub, and press it one more time, it just plays. So let's see what happens. Okay, let me. When I press play again, it starts. Okay, so I don't know if I have to do anything to store this. I'll just try to choose a different memory location. Memory 2, empty, back to 1. Okay, it's still there. This is pretty cool, actually. I have. I think like the TC delay that I have can also loop, but it doesn't have a display like this. So this is nice to be able to see what actually is happening, and the quality of the sound, you know, that's good. It sounds like the original signal. Yeah, pretty cool, and also so simple and so easy to be able to store. Actually, let's try to unplug the power and see if it still saves memory slot number 1. Yep, still there. And how to erase this? I don't know. I'll check the manual. I'm gonna assume that's not too difficult to figure out. Yeah, so that's the pedals from Donner, and you know, you be the judge of what you think of them. All right, bye bye. See you soon.